Joining us first up at 5:30, Connecticut is one of 4 states that still does not allow early in-person voting, but in 2 weeks, voters will decide if that will change.
And Channel 3 Waterbury Bureau Chief Dennis Valera is live in Hartford. Dennis, if voters pass this, what is next?
If this does indeed pass, Stephanie and Aaron, it goes to the state legislature. They're the ones who decide the specifics, like when and where early voting takes place. Now, when the legislature decided to put this back onto the ballot, a coalition was born to ensure that this could pass, unlike in 2014 when voters struck it down. At the state capitol, a band of leaders from cities and towns statewide shared stories of how tough it can be to vote on Election Day.
We have firefighters in Hamden that work 24-hour shifts. So if they work in Hamden but vote in another town, that's impossible for them to do. So it's really important that we actually make this happen.
Together, they had one message: vote yes to this question. Shall the Constitution of the state be amended to permit the General Assembly to provide for early voting? It would open the door to early in-person voting. In Connecticut, getting an absentee ballot is the only way to vote early. The elected leaders, along with former Secretary of the State Denise Merrill, are part of the Yes for Freedom to Vote Early campaign. The campaign just released this ad.
So Democrats and Republicans came together to put a constitutional amendment on your ballot this fall.
Merrill hopes these efforts and a simpler question will help the referendum pass this time.
There was not an organized effort to get it passed, and I think as a result it did not pass because people didn't know what it was. And that is, as Luke said, our biggest job here today is public information.
Hartford Mayor Luke Bronin says the pandemic helped give everyone practice with expanding voting access.
During the pandemic, the restrictions were loosened to the extent that many people cast their votes early, appropriately, for the sake of public health. But we have experience doing that, and we saw that it worked.
There are concerns over election security and costs this could bring, but Madison First Selectwoman Peggy Lyons says some places are already working on these issues.
We already are bearing some of that. Our town has had to increase our registrar's budget and our town clerk's budget already just to accommodate absentee ballot voting.
This only needs a simple majority to pass. Then again, it goes over to the legislature to firm up the details. Early voting by absentee, it's already underway here in Connecticut. The state says they've sent out nearly 108,000 absentee ballots. Nearly 37,000 of them have been returned. Live here in Hartford, Dennis Valera, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Dennis.